You don't have to take my word for it. Go and speak to Robert Clancy, Australia's foremost immunologist and vaccinologist. Okay, he's retired. You can trust this guy. He's not on the take from Big Pharma or the big universities that aren't actually interested in research. They're just interested in lining their own pockets. And then, of course, we've got the vaccine injury scheme, which is just a joke. And today and last night and day after day for the last 15 months, I get contacted by people who have had their lives destroyed by this vaccine, a vaccine that the government said was safe and effective. And if that isn't bad enough, that these people, and I'm looking at you people in this chamber here today, didn't read the documents, that took over someone else's body because it suited your narrative, your command and control narrative, you showed no humanity. No humanity. There are people out there that have not only injured, they have lost their jobs and they cannot get medical support to help them. There are husbands and wives of injured couples who've had to quit their jobs to stay home and look after those people who are being injured, are in incredible amount of pain. And the fact that you're interjecting Senator Hanson-Young just goes to show the type of person you are. How dare you come into this chamber? How dare you come into this chamber and start mocking the vaccine injured?
Senator Waters, your point of order. Senator Rennick, please sit down.
Order.
Senator Waters.
Point of order, reflecting on another senator as well as being odious and tedious.
Not the second part. Senator Rennick, just withdraw it to the extent that you made an adverse inference.
Well, the fact that the Greens party can sit in that corner over there and mock and laugh the vaccine injured. These people aren't anti-vaxxers. They believed what the government told them, as I did when I first came to this place. But I can tell you what, it's nothing but a cesspit of lies in this place. But the fact that the Greens party think that they can just sit there and mock the injured. These people believed in the government. You want to talk about trust and transparency? Oh, yep, there's Senator Walters again mocking, going, come on. Maybe you should pick up the phone. Maybe you people should pick up the phone and talk to some of these people who have been injured. And then we go to the basis, the substance of this Act, the Fair Work Act. This is a public health issue. The idea that businesses in this country can be responsible for the transmission of an airborne virus is just as absurd as the billions of dollars that are getting wasted on the idea of some tiny trace gas in the atmosphere can control that. I mean, we are living in the land of the unicorn farmers and the intellectual pygmies who have just chasing the impossible dream like Sancho Panza chasing the windmills. It is absurd. And yet we stand here today, almost 3 years after the virus broke out in China or whatever, and we have still got this ridiculous mandates in so many places, in particular in the private industry, which is what this amendment will address, and they are still being coerced into getting a vaccine. I've literally just had 3 messages in the last hour about people who are losing their jobs, not in the health sector, but in sectors that are outdoors, nothing to do. It is absurd. It is absurd, and it needs to stop, because the state of emergency, even at the state government level, has been retracted. And yet these people here today do not want to grant people their autonomous right to control what goes in their body. And I might remind members of the LNP that one of our values is the dignity and worth of every individual. You know, we don't believe in multi-patent bargaining because we recognise that every business is unique, and we think that, you know, the employer and employee should have the first right in deciding what's best for them. That is what we believe in empowering the individuals to make the decisions that suit their needs the best, and only the individual or the parent of the child can make that decision.